Growing up with acne can be really tough, whether it's not being able to sleep on a certain side of your face because of certain painful cysts on your face, or always being on the lookout for a new skincare regimen. One of the things that anyone can relate who has acne or who's had acne before is all the hurtful or rude comments people have told you about your skin while you were dealing with it. And that's what this video is about. And these are the top worst things someone has ever said to me personally about my acne. Number one is a memory I remember very vividly, and it was a time where I was kind of dealing with my acne. I was on and off struggling with pills and these creams that the dermatologists were giving me. And you know, my acne wasn't getting any better. Like I said, my diet was crap and I was still eating whatever I wanted to. I was taking these serums and these pills thinking that it was going to do help, but honestly they weren't. It was like 2 months and my face would still look like crap. But obviously I didn't let it get to me that much until this day. So basically I was hanging out with my friend, right? We were playing video games and we were going to play basketball. But we had to go pick up his little brother from school before we went to go play basketball. So we go pick up his brother, right? And we're waiting for him, we see him, we get him in the car, and then we're driving back to his house. But while we're driving back to his house, his little brother says something like, "Oh, hey, your friend looks like one of our cousins, right? With all those like bumps on his face." And you know, I wasn't really thinking about my acne at all during that day, and when that kid said that, I was just like, wow, is that really what's on everyone's mind about my face? Because usually kids, they say what everyone else is afraid to say. You know, adults have a filter. They won't say anything that's not nice, but kids will. They don't care sometimes. They'll say what's truthful, whether you look fat or whether you look ugly, whether you look weird. They'll tell you the truth. And when I heard that, I was like, if this kid just thought about my acne and all the bumps on my face when he just saw me, imagine what everyone else is thinking about me. And I really had that image and those words stuck in my head the rest of the day, where I couldn't really enjoy anything. Like when we were playing basketball, I still kind of had those words like, oh, he has like a lot of bumps on his face like our cousin, right? So it honestly, that honestly was one of the times where it really ruined my day, and where I felt like, you know, people weren't looking at me through personality. They were just kind of staring at my acne, where nothing else I said was important, where it was just what was on my face that people were paying attention to. And that was really a low point for me, because you know, a lot of times people who have acne, when they want to be happy with acne, they say, you know what, I'm just going to go out and have a great day. Screw the acne. Acne's not going to stop me from having a great day. But when you get disparaging comments like that, or kids telling you, why do you have a bunch of bumps on your face, that can get to you emotionally, and it's not fun and it's not cool to hear with. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who can relate to that at all, because kids can be hurtful sometimes, whether they know it or not. The second time was basically my dad, sadly. And we were in the kitchen one time. We were having dinner, I believe, and we were all eating, right? And it was kind of quiet. And then we were done eating, and then I was washing my plate, and then we were talking for a while about something. I forgot what it was. But basically my dad looked at my face and he said, "Man, you have the pimple the size of a mountain next to your nose." And he's like, "Look at that thing. Oh my God, that thing is huge." And of course I knew I had a pimple there. Like, why wouldn't I know? It was painful. I could look at it if I put my eye down. It was not the nicest looking pimple. It was one of those really nasty pimples that were like really red and big, and it was next to my nose, and I knew I had it. But when someone else points it out and tells you that you have it and makes you feel worse about it, it can make you, you know, emotional. And this was when I was like barely in high school, dealing with acne, and I didn't know what to do. I just kind of assumed it was more like, take these pills, take this serum by the dermatologist, and it'll get better. But obviously it didn't. So, you know, to hear that, and it's like if you know, it's like if someone says, "Man, you got really fat over the summer. Why are you so fat? Man, look how fat you are." And it's like, what are you supposed to say to that? You're supposed to say, "Okay, sorry that I'm fat, sorry that I have this pimple." What are you supposed to say? Like, just sorry? You're saying sorry for a hurtful comment that you received? You know, which kind of makes it funny how things work. But you know, sometimes people are just too nice, and they're apologizing to someone who just made a rude comment towards them. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure a lot of people have done that, and I'm sure it's not uncommon for that to happen. Another time, which was probably one of the times that kind of really hurt me too, was I had this friend. He's not really a friend anymore, and I'm kind of glad he's not my friend. Wasn't really a true friend. not one that I needed anyway. But basically, it was during the summertime, and as you all know, I have keloid scars on my chest, really red, pink, bumpy little scars on my chest that I got in high school. And basically, during this time, I felt okay taking off my shirt, and I thought people would accept it and not really make any questions about it, but boy was I wrong. Basically, I took off my shirt, I was swimming with my friends, and during the time while we're in the pool, my friend comes out of the water and he's wiping off all the water from his face, right? And just fixing his hair, and then he murmured something that I didn't really hear, and I was like, "What'd you say?" And he said, "You have a pizza chest." And he told me that, and I just was taken aback. I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, what do I say now?" And I think I said, like, "Oh, sorry." Again, apologizing for a rude comment that I received when he's the one who should be apologizing or shouldn't even say anything. And which kind of makes you think how messed up sometimes people can be, or messed up situations can be. And that wasn't the only time. Like that same day, another one of my friend, we were all just sitting down with our shirts off, and my friend looks at me and he's saying, he just has this disgusted look on his face. He's looking at my chest, and he says, "Hey, like, what are those things? And do they go away?" And I honestly didn't know what they were at the time. I didn't know. Like, I just told him, like, I don't know, these kind of just came out of nowhere, and I don't know why they're here. And he just kept looking at it with this disgusted look on his face. And I remember after that, I never wanted to take my shirt off in front of everyone, because I just felt like, again, with my friend's little brother, everyone was just looking at the keloids and the scars and the acne instead of paying attention to what I was saying, or just looking at me as a person. And that was really hurtful. So a lot of these moments kind of scarred me, socially, emotionally, physically. I didn't want to take off my shirt anymore when I went swimming. I took shirts to the beach. I hardly wanted to go out. I was always self-conscious then about, if I met someone new, I'd be like, "Oh, I wonder if they're thinking about like all these pimples on my face," just thinking about that. And it's not fun. And one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, one of the reasons why I make a lot of my videos, is because I want people to see that they're not alone in a lot of things they do. And I want to show people that you're not alone, and there's instances where you can share your memories and your certain times where a lot of us have felt the same way. A lot of us have felt demoralized. A lot of us have felt sad because of what we're going through. And just know that you're not alone, and a lot of us go with it too. And hopefully, finding videos like this, you can find solace in it and comfort, and feel a certain sense of relief that other people go through it and you're not alone. I guess the point to take from this video, if you don't have acne or you do have acne, just be sure not to say anything or make someone else's day feel worse when they have acne, because it can make a lasting effect on them if you say something and then they just think about it for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, maybe even the rest of the month. So just try to be nice, and remember, if you had acne, remember what it was like when people said things about your face. But that's basically it. And one more thing, I just reached 100 subscribers. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago, and I was so happy. And I remember the last video I said that if I got to 100 subscribers, I would do if I got to 100 subscribers, I would do a raffle off with the subscribers. So basically, I'm going to be giving a free Visa gift card, $25, and anyone who wants to participate in it can just do so. And I'm going to set up this thing with my brother where I can choose someone randomly, and hopefully you guys enjoy it on whatever you buy it with. And yeah, just thank you. I didn't know when I was going to reach 100 subscribers. Sometimes I even wondered whether I was going to do it at all. But when I did, I was so ecstatic that, I was like, I accomplished something. I accomplished something that was worthwhile, and I got subscribers based on my own work, my own merit. I didn't beg people to subscribe to me, my friends. I didn't ask friends and family, subscribe to me based out of pity just because they know me. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to get subscribers based on my own content, and I got it based on my own content mainly. 122, 21, I believe right now. So we're going to try to keep growing, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting me and subscribing. Hopefully you guys are still here when I reach 500, 1,000, and who knows. We're going to try to make it big, and we're going to try to do some great things with this channel and hopefully help people out. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.